What's up, man?
What's cracking, Jay?
How you been?
I'm pretty good. How about yourself?
Can't complain, man.
How was your weekend?
Awesome. I actually, my girl's like family came over, so Saturday, yesterday, and today in the morning, been with them.
How
Real
long
cool.
have they been here for?
What's up?
I said, how long have they been here for again?
2 days.
Oh,
They left today, but they came Saturday.
that's cool.
Yeah.
What'd you guys do?
We took them, dude. We picked out this weekend.
Where'd you guys go
Just
out to?
breakfast, lunch, dinner. Like we just took them to go eat. Whether it was Korean barbecue, poached. I don't know if you've been to poached. It's pretty cool.
What's a barbecue spot?
No, poached is like this. It's like centered around breakfast.
Oh, no, I never heard about
it's
that.
fucking good, man.
It sounds bougie.
It's nah, I wouldn't say bougie, but it's good food.
That's cool.
Good
That's
food,
cool.
man. I have been well, actually, how was your weekend, bro?
My weekend was okay. I went to TJ. I want to go just fucking visit my grandma's pad and just drop off some shit because we're starting to furnish my dad's house over there. My dad's TJ house over there in TJ. We're starting to furnish it a little bit, so I just put we just want to go take some shit over there, and then we celebrated my cousin's son's baptism. I think it's his baptism or his birthday. It might have been both. And it was unexpected, dude. Dude, I went over there, fool, a bummy. I'm talking about bummy. Everybody is over there wearing slacks, bro, and blazers, and bitches are wearing dresses and shit. I'm right there in sweats, bro. Because I was like, wait. Like, my dad's like, hey, you ready? And I was like, ready for what? And he goes, oh, we're going to your cousin's house. And I was like, wait, what the fuck? I was like, what are we going there for? He goes, oh, we're going to go to that party. I was like, you didn't fucking tell me. I would have taken my cowboy boots, bro, my Levi's, and, you know, my gray flannel would have looked fly as shit.
And a rope.
And a rope, bro. I would have been lassoing fucking whores over there. Like, get over here. And I'm like, dude, you didn't tell me. And he's like, oh, well, you know, I didn't expect it. I was like, fuck. So I was like, all right, I guess. And yeah, dude. I didn't get the stink eye a lot, or at least I didn't pay attention. But I was like, dude, I felt like a fish out of water. I was like, man, like a fucking bum. But the plan was to get drunk. I was like, hey, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to just get drunk. I killed like half the bottle. But then I guess my dad was fucking doing a competition with me, because by the time I finished half the bottle, he already fucked up one. And I was like, bro, what the fuck? And he's like, what? I was like, you were supposed to be designated driver. And he's like, oh, fuck, well, I'm already fucked. I was like, shit. So, dude, I had to fucking cut it. Like, I was like, all right, fine, I'm not going to fucking drink anymore.
Dude, that sucks.
And fuck it. It did suck, because I was like, fuck it then. I'm not drinking. And he's like, oh, don't get mad. I was like, I'm not mad. It's just like, fuck, bro. I want to get fucked up. But dude, it was still fun. It was cool.
When your designated driver gets hammered, that's a crazy place.
It ruins your plans.
Yeah.
But, yeah. What's on the news right now, though?
I have been fucking waiting to tell you and ask you, did you see Mark Zuckerberg? I like to call him Mark Zuckerberg.
Or Cuckerberg.
Or just Mark.
Hey, we're lucky we don't post this shit on Facebook, bro. Yeah. That would be fucked.
Yeah, he'd be butthurt, man.
He'd be butthurt as fucking deleting our fucking content right there. Like, off the spot, we'd be banned.
But, so Mark Zuckerberg, they renamed their company.
What, Facebook?
Yeah, they renamed it. Did you see? They renamed it Meta.
I've heard. I just don't know exactly what it is.
Yeah, it was like an awkward commercial, because he's being so like fake.
What do you mean?
Like, it's just so like commercially, like, which I get it. In the world of like sales and products, you have to like, hey, let me show you our new product.
Wait, was he being like super robotic?
He's being super robotic, super like a fucking lizard that forgot how to be human. Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. But it did remind me, like, you know, that there's this thing that they call the metaverse.
What's that?
I guess it's basically what Mark and other people in the tech industry are trying to build. And it's very futuristic. It's very like a digital virtual reality.
Ah.
You know? And they did buy that company, Oculus.
It did?
I'm pretty sure Facebook owns Oculus.
They do VR.
Yeah, they do VR. And but dude, I was scrolling on Twitter. I forgot to save the fucking the dude's post, but I'm not gonna take credit for it. Somebody out there on Twitter gave their 2 cents.
Mm-hmm.
I just so happened to remember it. But again, this isn't coming from me. This is for dude off Twitter.
Educational purposes only.
Educational purposes only. But this guy was saying, I don't think the metaverse is a thing. Like it's not a like actual thing that becomes. It's just a place and time we're gonna get to. Like a time period, he said. And I kept reading, and he goes, let me give you my reasons for saying this. He goes,
He's elaborating.
yeah, he goes, look at take money for example.
Okay.
We've been through cash, debit cards, credit cards, and now it's crypto.
Kinda.
Crypto is like a digital take on money.
Yeah.
He goes, look at friends. Friends went from people living around you, neighbors, people that you met physically, to now it's like-minded individuals online and followers. So in a way, it digitized friends. You know what I mean?
That's true.
People used to have had no choice. Like, dude, you go
had
make
to meet. Like, hey,
go
you wanna
make
make
a-
friends. Fool? You gotta go talk to them.
go make a friend somewhere around here.
Go to the park.
Now, if you have certain interests, like if you're into certain niches,
You
what's
go
the
to
word?
groups.
Niches? Is that
A
is that the
niche?
word? Niche?
Yeah.
Where the fuck did we borrow that word from? German?
I don't fucking know. People just make up shit nowadays, and they just say, "Hey, bro, that word existed like centuries ago." And you're like, "All right, fuck it."
English? The English language just said, we'll take that.
Yeah, it's just like, bro, it's Latin. Oh,
Yeah.
all right, fuck it. I guess.
All right, we can borrow it.
I don't even fucking know Latin, so fuck it. I'm gonna believe you.
But you look up your niche or your whatever your interest, and then you make friends with like-minded people.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, there's people that make groups.
Yeah.
There's like Facebook groups for like fucking weird shit that you don't even think of. You know, interest where you're like, wait, what the fuck?
I don't know how I joined a group called like Remembering 9/11 on Facebook, which I don't go on Facebook, and I haven't gone on Facebook in a long time.
I'm sorry.
I don't know how
I'm not laughing because you joined the group called Remember 9/11. I'm laughing at the fact that you joined the group. I was like, huh?
Yeah, well, I forgot how I did it.
You're not the group joiner type of guy. So I'm just like,
No,
what the
I
fuck?
mean, I don't really go on Facebook. I just remember years ago I accidentally joined a group called Remembering 9/11, and it's, excuse me, it's just nonstop people and their conspiracies.
Oh.
So I had that option to see some of the shit on my timeline, you know. But anyways, friends in a way were digitized.
Mm-hmm.
Money is they're making attempts to digitize it. What's the other one? Physical appearance. For women, they had makeup. You know,
filters.
now they have a lot of these apps have built-in filters.
Yeah, dude. Bro.
Where a girl can, you know, be bummy in bed or whatever and be like, I don't want to put makeup. I'll
I'm
just
gonna do a
use
filter, bro.
I'll just use a filter.
I think that's the worst thing that man created, bro. Filters. People get catfish like a motherfucker, bro. I don't use fucking filters. It's like, hey, bro, you're gonna see me how you got me, man. Fuck it. You know, if you're interested, you're interested. If not, all right. Bro, I've been catfished so many fucking times, bro. It's not even fucking funny, bro. Where it's like, I remember once I was like 21, maybe 20. I forgot. I was like young, and that's when I started going on my POFs, you know, like fuck around with POF and shit. And I started chopping up with some chick, right? We hit it off real well. We're like, hey, cool, let me get your number. Shoots the number. We're talking on the phone or whatever. Like, dude, it even got kinky, bro. Like within the first couple of days. Not sexual, but kind of like getting comfortable, you know? Where she'll be like all cute, like, oh my god, I'm taking out my pants. And I'll be like, damn, girl, you know? Shit like that. Anyways, I saw her pictures on fucking POF, right? And she looked like a very attractive woman. Then I'm like, hey, you know, send me some selfies or whatever if you're down for it. So we were trading selfies or whatever. I didn't ask for no titty pics. I didn't ask for no pussy, nothing like that, you know? So I was like, hey, you know, this girl's, you know, she's cute. I was like, hey, well, let's meet up or whatever. She goes, yeah, I'll head over when I get out of work or whatever. Dude, this girl pulls up to my pad, and she's like, I'm here. I was like, all right, I'm on my way. I get out, and I'm like, what the fuck? Nothing like her pictures, bro. Nothing. I don't know if those were pictures when she was in high school, or they were just fucking filtered pictures, bro, because she looked nothing. Her hair wasn't even the same fucking color. She had red hair. Like, she dyed her hair red. Like, when I saw her in person, I was like, what the fuck? In her picture, her hair was like it looked like it was like a brunette. And I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, and she goes, what? And I was like, nah, man, I'm just glad to see you. I'm glad to finally meet you. But in my head, I'm like, you fucking bitch, you fucking lied to me.
You didn't sue her?
I felt like it, but I didn't know who to go to, dude. I was young. I didn't know how the fuck to
She's liable.
start a case, bro. But I wanted to,
It's false advertisement.
Super false advertisement, bro. You know me. I'm not picky with women. You've seen the girls I've been with. I've tried them all. You know that. And it's like, if she would have just showed me from the very beginning, like, hey, what she looked like, I wouldn't have given a fuck. I would have been like, yeah, fuck it, why not? I had no self-respect when I was younger. You know that. So it's like, fuck it. I wouldn't have given a fuck. Hey, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Pussy don't got a face. So it's like, I would have gone at it still. I wouldn't have given a fuck. But it's like, why do you gotta lie to me, I didn't lie to you. I fucking told you, like, hey, bitch, I'm like fucking, I'm overweight. I'm a big motherfucker. I didn't do that stupid shit that fat dudes try saying, like, oh, I'm a husky dude. Nah, I told her, hey, I'm fat, bitch, I don't know if you're into that. She'll be like, yeah, fuck it. All right, cool. I didn't fucking lie. I didn't catfish. Why'd you do that to me?
Sucks.
That's why I'm like, filters are the worst thing ever created, bro. Worst thing ever created. Sets you up for failure.
Yeah, it is pretty deceiving. And we got to find out if you could sue people for being deceptive like that.
What if we try to start the movement, bro?
I
mean, we're not gonna be lawyers, obviously. But we could actually hit up lawyers and be like, hey, do you think this is worth a case? And they'll be like, yeah. So we start making commercials. Hey, man, have you been catfished before by a man or a woman or a transgender? Let us know. Hit us up at 888 catfish no, and then we'll work for you.
Yeah. Hey, man, you know what? Maybe that's we should get into the business of legal battles.
Legal battle, bro.
Yeah, we'll see. Pretty cool, man. But all right, so like I was saying, friends being digitized, money, they're trying to digitize it. Then there's work. It went from you used to work in very laborious things, whether it's like coal mines, whatever, steel making. Now you got motherfuckers that are able to work from anywhere. They call them digital nomads. You can be fucking vacationing in the Bahamas and they know how to make money on their laptops.
That's smart.
Through either sales or whatever. You can code as a career nowadays, So a lot of work is being digitized or has been digitized. Art. It went from people want Da Vinci's paintings, so now people are investing. Have you heard of CryptoPunks?
No,
to me it's the weirdest thing because I don't understand NFTs. I don't see the value of it. If I had hundreds of thousands of dollars, I wouldn't put it into a digital art.
Yeah, something you're not gonna be able to have.
But people, that's the next fucking frontier.
Because how do you let's say your fucking computer takes a shit? What do you do? How do you get it back?
Well, it might be accessible on other computers. I don't think it's so? Yeah, I don't think it's dependent on just being in your hard drive. That'd be extra stupid. No, I think it exists on the quote unquote blockchain, which is where Bitcoin and all these other things are. But yeah, now you have digital art.
Yeah, I never saw the point in that.
People care a lot about their digital art.
Yeah, well, there's this rapper that I was seeing. I don't know what the fuck. It's that one dude that did that freestyle. That popular freestyle that's been going out. The 21 Gets. Think I'm savage. Well, that one, no? Okay, well, he basically made, I guess he ended up coming out with NFTs that he ended up selling for $1. And I think he came out with a limited amount. So people sold it for $1. Some people bought 60 of them. I forgot how many it was. I don't know how many it was. But it got to the point where now supposedly each NFT is going for $60,000 to $50,000.
Yep.
So if a motherfucker bought 60 of them for $60, who knows how much he got out of that shit.
That's crazy, bro.
Imagine he sold each of them for $60 each one that he bought for $1. He's selling them for $60K a pop. $60K, bro, times 60 is holy shit. There, you got money for your house, bro, or a good amount of it.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. And the next one is games like sports. Kids, just a few years ago would play a lot of fucking sports.
That's true.
Basketball, put your kid in soccer, put your kid in football. Now that supposedly more kids are playing Fortnite than all those sports combined.
That's actually true. I believe it.
So now like things like sports has been digitized, where now it's esports. So you see how when you digitize things like money, art, work, sports, you're gonna end up in a place and time, and that's what they're gonna refer to as the metaverse.
Yeah.
Where people's online digital life is more important to them than their real physical life.
It's also gonna be the boy era, because that's one thing.
The what?
Now that you brought that, the boy era, it's something it's not. I just briefly read through it, but it's basically some dude wrote an article talking about the boy era, how it's like now through even like technology and the access that kids have to technology nowadays, we're basically raising kids, well, mainly boys, to be like softies. We show them not to be interested in sports, not to be interested in using their masculine figures to compete against one another. You know, like this fool says, he goes, back in the days, he goes, people would box each other out or fight or go in tournaments when they were kids. You know, like gladiators, you know, they would train us as they were children. He's like, now, he's like, we don't even want to play, we don't want to let them play like football because they're going to get an ouchie. Which, I do agree, they shouldn't have tackle football for kids. Flag football is one thing, you know, that I think that's way better because you don't want kids to be fucking giving each other concussions.
Dude, I just saw a video of a kids game where fucking kids went helmet to helmet.
Fuck.
That shit, you just hear the clink.
And one just goes like this. Noodles, fool. You just turned into noodle.
And then
his spine just disintegrated.
And then someone commented, yeah, I remember my first concussion. Oh, wait. No, I don't. But
basically that's what he got to, where it's just like, yeah, like the easy access to technology is making our boys into sissies. And he goes like, I don't think we should completely take it away from them. He goes, but we should let them, you know, be boys. Like, go out there, get dirty, and do the shit that boys have to do. Which, like, I see his point. Because he's not entirely true. It's not entirely true what he says, but at some point he kind of is, in the sense where it's just like, dude, some guys nowadays, bro, are completely fucking useless. Like, dude, ask a motherfucker. I would say 3 out of 10 guys know how to do an oil change nowadays.
Right.
Most of you be like, do you know how to do an oil change? Nah. Do you know how to check your oil? Nah. So how do you know when your oil's like needs to be changed? I don't know. What? Do you know how to change a tire, fool? Nah. Well, you got AAA? I mean, no. What the fuck? Like, bro, there's fools that are like that, fool, that can't do shit like that. And it's like, it's not something that you gotta be a professional. And that's like, no, it's just something, right. You need to learn how to change a tire in case of an emergency, bro. You get stranded in the middle of the road. What are you gonna do? Just stay stuck in the freeway and hope somebody pulls over and helps you out?
True.
How embarrassing would it be if I'm right there stranded with my fiance because we got a flat and I'm the idiot doesn't know, and she's just looking at me like, really? If we don't know how to fucking change the tire, bro? My dad knows how to change a tire. I know how to change a tire because my dad taught me, but I'm still not gonna do it because you're the man and you should do it. And then what happens? Jake comes rolling for in his fucking Maserati.
Or I don't, and you guys get eaten by coyotes.
Or that. Butthole first, bro.
That's fucked up.
Fucking Puma comes when just fucking eats, spreads cheeks when just goes straight for my colon.
Colon salad, bro.
And then he fucking grabs me by the ankles and just wham! Cracks my shit.
Nah, but yeah, dude, it's they are referring it to as like the boy crisis or the young man crisis.
Yeah.
It's fucking awful, man.
It sucks. We're living in a fucked up era, dude, honestly. And it's like, still speaking on the whole fucked up era, the reason I also bring that up, dude, is I actually saw a story that happened in Philly. Real fucked up story. So this happened in a SEPTA train in Philadelphia, and the report says that riders held up phones as a woman was raped in the train.
You're lying,
I
dude.
am not fucking lying.
Held up phones like recorded?
Like recorded, fool. Yes, like I have it right here. This happened on October 19th.
Oh my god.
And then this comes from Minivon Burke and the Associated Press. As a woman was raped on a public transit train in Philadelphia last week, riders held up their cell phones and pointed them in the direction of the sexual assault instead of calling 911, authorities said. Officials are investigating whether bystanders recorded the attack, which happened Wednesday night on the Southeastern Pennsylvania Transportation Authority, or SEPTA, Market Frankford line toward the town of Upper Darby. Quote, I can tell you that people were holding their phone in the direction of this woman being attacked, SEPTA Police Chief Thomas J. Nestle III said at the news conference. A suspect, Fiston Noy, 35, was arrested on rape and assault charges. Noy who listed his last address as a homeless shelter, remains in custody on a $180,000 bond. It is not clear whether he has an attorney or a public defender. Nestle said that the other riders on the train at the time were other riders at the train, but that there were very few notifications to police. No calls were made to 911, he said. Police are still waiting to see whether 911 calls were made to Delaware County, which covers the train's last two stops. The attack wasn't reported until a SEPTA employee saw what was happening, officials said at the news conference that officers responded within 3 minutes of the employee's report. What we want everyone to be is angry, disgusted, and join us in being resolute to continue to make the system safe. We need help from the public to notify us when they see an incident and are occurring that are unusual, Nesta said. We want people to be our partners and watch out for other riders, he said. Noy and the victim got on the train at the same stop in North Philadelphia, police said. An arrest affidavit said Noy sat next to the woman about a minute after he boarded. Shortly after 9:15 p.m. and harassed her for about 40 minutes as she repeatedly pushed him away. Security video shows the man ripping the woman's pants down just before 9 p.m., the affidavit says. After the transit employee reported the attack, an officer waiting at the next station boarded the train, saw what he believed was a criminal act occurring, ripped the man off of her, and pulled him out onto the platform, Nestle said. Fuck.
Dude, that's fucking horrifying.
It's worse, bro, that there's people there and not a single one did anything. How is that not a fucked up place to be?
And you know what's crazy? I've heard that that's an indicator of I don't know if I can say that's an indicator of a societal collapse, but in passing, I heard that that's a symptom of your society heading down a dark path.
I agree with that. I could agree with that.
Where the men in your society are like stunted, you know? Like there's no instinct to, like, okay, a paternal instinct, a father to protect his kids. There's no instinct for men to interfere with, you know, harm, to do something.
I don't see how.
Where people are just stunted and say, you know what, instead of me doing something, like,
I'm gonna just sound like an idiot.
And no, not even like an idiot. I'm gonna gain something from this. I'm gonna record this, so I can be the one to post it on social media and be like, yo, look what I saw, guys.
I posted it on Hood site.
Yeah. Or I reached out to World Star Hip Hop. You know?
Yeah, it's very disturbing when I read that article, bro. I was like, dude, how fucked up is it where, I mean, and I took it, the way I thought it, I took it as, bro, it could have been one of my siblings. It could have been one of my friends, you know? I wouldn't like to know that, hey, like a friend of mine or a close relative went through this shit and there was motherfuckers in the train there, guys and girls, that saw that shit and did nothing but put up their phones, bro. I'd be fucking pissed. You know? Like, if I was there, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna murk the fool. I'm not gonna go in and be like, oh yeah, I'll kill the motherfucker. No, I'm probably a pussy when it comes to murdering somebody. But bro, I would at least try to stop this fool. Who knows? Maybe I get stabbed up by this fool, because you gotta be a fucking lunatic to sexually assault a woman in a goddamn train in front of people, right? I maybe get stabbed up by somebody, but hey, I don't know how the fuck I could live with myself knowing that I just saw this shit and I just said, all right, World Star. How?
It's weird, man.
I was like, what the fuck?
How much worse do you think it's gonna get in 5-10 years?
I hope it doesn't, though. You know, I hope it doesn't, and I feel like things are gonna change.
I hope so.
Because of the fact that, I mean, I don't like getting political, but I'm gonna. But the simple fact that the Democratic Party and the president have been fucking up. They haven't been doing what they said they were gonna do for people. They haven't. They've been doing the complete opposite. Like that bullshit about that bill they were trying to pass. They're trying to give reparations to the immigrants that supposedly got separated from their families. Really? So what happened to 40 acres and a mule?
Wait, hold up though. I wanna. I just. What's the? Are you making a connection to that or what?
No, I mean like people are now seeing this shit.
Right.
Like it got out that in that big ass spending package that Biden was trying to propose, that one of the articles there was to give 450,000. I don't know if it's 450,000. It might be a little less, but it's in the 400,000 range. Dollars to the families of people that were separated at the border.
Right.
As reparations. I don't think a lot of people are gonna like that from both sides. Right?
That's true.
How many people?
No, hold on. But what I'm asking is, we went from talking about this shit that happened in the train, and then you said, "Oh, not to bring politics into it, but I'm going to."
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, what's the connection to the?
Well, the connection is like when you said, "Do you think it's gonna get worse or better?" And I said, "I think it's gonna get better because people are finally waking up and seeing, like, hey, bro, what the fuck is going on here? Like, this shit ain't going on the way it's supposed to be. Like, we expected good change." But so far, good change hasn't happened entirely. So it's like it looks like people are waking up and they're going to be like, nah, fuck that. That's why I said with the political part was just like, I feel like it'll get better. I don't think it'll get worse. Because how people are now, because of politics, the way the direction it's going, and how there was just broken promises to a lot of people.
I think this is more cultural, though.
You think so?
Yeah, I don't think it's.
In what way?
This is a cultural like issue, like meaning men and women's behavior or society issue. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know how the connection is to politics. That's what I'm trying to see.
No, I think when you put it that way, that's true. Huh?
Like, don't get me wrong. I have my fucking fair share of like what I've been observing in the past like couple months. When it comes to things like connections to politics, obviously people are losing hope because of like Biden and his cabinet, like the
Straight
dude
trash, huh?
the dude that he put in charge of infrastructure.
Who's that?
Pete Buttigieg.
He put him in charge?
I don't know what. I'll double check on what sector of the country he's in charge of, but it must have something to do with like truckers. It must have something to do with with the ships at all these ports, because people were pissed that he took some like 2-month paternity leave.
What?
People were saying the dude that's in charge, the dude that can say, you know what? I mean, I'm there to see the baby, but I don't know about 2 months. Leaving my post for 2 months. The dude that oversees a very important part of the country. Yeah. Just leaving. So how much
that happened?
Yeah. So how much hope do people that are seeing these problems firsthand? How much hope do they have when you're like, the dude that was in charge of this said, "Fuck this! I'm gonna take 2 months off
to go spend it with my kid."
Yeah.
That I had from artificial insemination. I think that guy's gay.
Yeah, no, he's definitely gay.
Yeah, see, he didn't even birth the motherfucker.
Yeah, but so there are like these connections, because there's a saying that politics is downstream from culture. I've heard that being said, but I guess what I was asking is like, what do you think is the connection to politics? Do you think it's like people in cities that maybe are poverty stricken, maybe went through shutdowns?
No, I think that may be a big part, but at the same time, it's also like, I didn't finish reading it, but it turns out that this guy is actually an immigrant.
Who?
The dude that got arrested. The dude that did
okay.
He's actually an illegal immigrant. So it's like...
From where?
It didn't fucking say. I lost my place. I would have to look at it. Yeah, but they say it's supposedly a dude. Supposedly, I don't know. I'm not gonna say it's fact, but they supposedly a dude's an illegal immigrant. And you're in Philly. Everybody knows parts of Philly are,
Dude, have you seen that video?
Stricken.
Have you seen that? Have you seen that video where it was like a dude? I don't know what part of Philly, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't the nice side. Pretty sure it was the fucking shithole ghetto. And he's like under a bridge, and you just see piles of fucking disgusting trash. And the trash is one thing, but this guy's taking like a panoramic view of the fucking place he's in, and you just see nothing but drug addicts, nothing but people like walking with like garbage as their belongings. Like, this is my fucking my bag of shit. Like, that's my belongings. Just homeless people just talking amongst themselves, to each other, to the wall. And I'm like, dude,
the wall.
No, yeah, look it up, dude. And I'm just thinking like, yeah. Can you imagine trying to rate? Like, do you have some like mental imagery of what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude. I do.
Like Skid Row.
It's not that far from here.
Yeah, we have our own, right?
We have our own shit right there.
Can you imagine like trying to? Because there has to be people in that situation trying to raise a kid around there.
Yeah, you're trying to raise a family, and you want something better for them, but you can't afford it at the time. So unfortunately, your kid sees that, and it becomes a norm for them. It becomes normal to be like, oh yeah, I grew up watching crackheads and watching drug addicts when I would go out from work or go to school. Like, dude, my cousin, she used to live out there in San Francisco, and dude, she says that the area they lived at, like, dude, crackheads would literally be at her steps at night shooting up or smoking and shit like that. She goes, dude, I would walk out and they'd be like right there at my steps, like knocked out. I was like, what? I was like, dude, I wouldn't want it. Like, hey, call me an asshole for what I'm about to say, bro, but I'd be fucking wetting him with the water hose. Like, get out of here, you motherfuckers. What the fuck you doing here?
Yeah.
Stinky ass fools. Like, have you seen what they've been doing in San Francisco also lately? Like, some of the homeless there?
No.
Dude, they've literally been... Okay, so you know how you're in the sidewalk, right? It's the sidewalk, and then certain parts in the sidewalks, there's like where they have the manholes, and then it's like a patch of grass, like dirt, or where there's a tree or something, and then it's cement again.
Yeah.
Like on certain parts by the curb. Dude, there's some people that part where the cement and the grass meet, they're literally digging trenches under that shit. And they're basically living like moles. They're mole people, fool. I shit you not. There's a video of some dude, and he's like, you live down here? He goes, yeah. He goes, look. He goes, I have my little kitchen here, which is basically like a little plate or whatever the fuck. And he goes, in here I have a little fire, just stay warm. I was like, what the fuck?
Dude, I'm not laughing because it's like, oh my God.
Like, dude, San Francisco got that bad already, bro, that I guess they're not fitting in the sidewalks, so they're fucking digging trenches. I shit you not.
And do you think this is mayor approved?
Most likely, bro.
I feel like it is,
most
dude.
likely. Bro, I wouldn't be surprised if the mayor capitalized on that shit.
They're telling the mayor, we got this going on. And she goes, fuck it.
Fuck it. Charge them $100. We're going to charge them $100 a month for that shit.
We'll call it luxury fucking manholes.
Dude, bro, like, they literally live like mole people. Homeless. Let me see if I can find it. They're there, bro. Like, I couldn't believe it. And it's like, dude, I get it. People are homeless. Like, it's something that people don't want.
Yeah.
But is it something safe, bro? Is it something that we should allow?
I don't think so, man. I think there definitely should be some kind of like social program, mm-hmm. like a safety net, where if you, again, I think we talked about this. Let's say you were going good, you were just making a living, and then through no fault of your own, you lost your job or whatever, right? And now you're borderline homeless. You're about to be out on the streets. I feel like there should be some kind of social program where like you you do get some kind of like welfare temporary until you get back on your feet.
As long as you're getting back on your
And
feet.
as long as you make an effort, you know?
Yeah. And it's like, dude, you're telling me the state can't hire these. Like, if they say, oh, I don't got a job, bro. You're telling me the state can't hire these people to say, hey, well, we're going to pay you X amount of dollars. We want you guys to do nothing but clean the streets. Keep the streets clean. From this time to this time, bro, we want you out on the street. You'll still take your lunch. You'll still take your breaks. Hey, you know what? We'll even give you like a little bag or whatever. Bro, we'll give them the same shit they give at school. Those shitty lunches. You're telling me they're going to turn down a lunch? If we ate those shitty lunches, you think a homeless person won't eat those shitty lunches? Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's true. Hey, that's true.
I'm just saying that. Like,
we went through that.
I'm not trying to say, like, if anybody wants to go and bitch at us going like, oh, you really wanted to feed that? Bro,
That's
we ate
what
that
we used
shit.
to eat.
We ate that shit. So get the fuck out of it. Don't fucking try to hit us with that shit.
Right.
We ate that shit. So I think it's safe for homeless people to eat it. So it's
Unless
like,
it's not.
Unless it's not.
What were you feeding
What
us?
the fuck were you feeding? For all we know, it was fucking toenail shavings. The fucking lunch lady was just going like, dirty fucking kids.
But you were saying?
And just do that. Clean the streets up. We're going to pay you a wage. And then like, hey, where else? What do you want to do? Oh, well, I wanted to go to school or whatever. All right, fucker, we're going to do that shit too.
That reminds me. Remember last time we talked about 3 fucking holidays? National Trash Pickup Day.
Oh, my God.
National Entrepreneur Day. And then National... Oh, yeah? What about...
Well, that's National Pickup Day. National Pickup Day is where the country decides to get all the homeless together, pay them for the day to clean up the streets.
Or you could volunteer and go pick up trash.
Or
too.
you volunteer.
Yeah.
Or you volunteer.
And people would just have grill outs and they're picking up trash.
Yeah. You'll be going like, hey, bro, I'm giving you a job, bro. I'm going to throw the fucking wrapper on this side.
And then the next day is...
You see homeless people fighting for the trash. Hey, bro, I'm picking up this area.
And then to fucking a cherry on top, the next day, it's National... Oh, yeah? What about... what about these communist countries? Day. And then it's a day.
Oh, fuck.
Because they want to shit on America so bad. But, I mean, you got to think about it. If we're, I don't want to say if we're so bad, then leave. But
yes, leave. But
compare us to other countries and then show us who's done it this way, where you can be a nobody and through effort you can become,
who's got it better than us, fool? Nobody.
You can become wealthy, man. That's what I'm trying to say.
Nobody. Like, nobody has it better than us. A lot of people love using other countries as an excuse. Like, oh, what about this country? What about the Scandinavian countries? Okay, yeah, fool, you want to bring up one of that shit, but bring up their problems too. Like, people forget, like, hey, the Scandinavian nations, fool, because they want to get all woke. Bro, their fucking gang rape, fool, is through the roof. Their women, fool, are getting assaulted by record numbers, and nobody's doing shit. Why? Because if you say something, you're a racist, and you're going to jail for speaking bad on immigrants. When the fuck have you heard that shit happen here? I'm not gonna lie, yeah, there are people that do get away with it here, but not as bad as over there. Over there, bro, it's like, what, 60% of them or get away with it?
I don't know the percentage, but
I think it's like 60% of them get away with it.
I've heard that it's bad in places like Sweden.
Yeah.
Remember when we used to watch that video, Paul Joseph Watson?
Dude, I remember I saw a video, dude, of some Somalian immigrants, dude, in Sweden, dude, beating up a white boy. Well, I'm gonna say a white boy, but I guess a Swedish dude, just because they felt like it, dude, and they're right there beating the shit out of him. And they whip their dicks out and piss on him. One fool's holding his head like this, fool, and the other fool's just pissing on him. Do you see his dick out in his face pissing on him? And the fool can't do shit about it. He's literally taking it. Like, he's not trying to cover himself. He's not trying to be like, no, I don't want to get peed on, fool. He literally got a golden shower. And it's like, he can't do anything about it. If he goes to the authorities and be like, oh, I was attacked. Who are you attacked by? Oh, by some Somali immigrants. Oh, cuff him. He said the word immigrants. Really? How else are you supposed to describe the person? Oh, I was attacked by 6-foot men. Oh, that's pretty much everybody in fucking Sweden. Be more specific. They had skin. Like, come on, dude. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I have heard that in parts of Sweden, bro, it's very stupid the way their authorities go about things like this. Kind of reminds you of what we saw with Australia in the lockdowns.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind kind of creepy. It's kind of crazy.
Well, yeah, that's why a lot of Australians keep warning Americans, like, hey, they took our guns and look what happened. They were able to keep us inside our houses. And look, we're fucking fighting back with rocks. He's like, they're not doing that shit to the U.S. because, hey, what are they going to do? If the people of the U.S. decide to say, hey, fuck that, we're starting a rebellion, we're going after these motherfuckers, what's the U.S. going to say? No? Like, we got means of fighting. We got means to fight back the government.
Yeah. As we should.
As we should. And they say that there's more veterans than active servicemen right now. Allegedly.
I can see that.
I didn't think about... Bro, I never even thought about that. I only saw that on a video like months ago where the dude's like... He's like, you know what? He goes, the government thinks we're scared. He goes, but let me tell you something there. And he's like... It was some older dude. He goes, there are more veterans, retired veterans, than there are active servicemen. He's like... We're just waiting. He goes, we're just waiting for a he didn't like the fool didn't say a specific president like Trump or Joe Biden. He goes, we're just waiting for a president to act stupid and try to do some shit like that.
Yeah.
He goes, we're just waiting.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think about it. There's still.
Goes, you think we wouldn't fight back?
Yeah. Think about it. There's still motherfuckers from, all my respect. They served like crazy.
Shout out to the Goonernator for serving.
Shout out to the Goonernator. We still got people that served in World War II. Keep in mind, it's just a few. They're getting very old.
Man,
but
they still pick up a gun, huh?
But people join the military every year.
Yeah.
So we got old school dudes from fucking World War II era still alive.
We got Vietnam.
Every single year, people leave the military.
Kuwait, Afghanistan.
Those are
Grenada.
those are wars and theaters of war and all that stuff. No, I'm saying like even that didn't fucking go
see combat. Yeah. They got the training and whatever,
and they're still amongst us.
Yeah. They're right there just chilling, just going to.
I'm waiting for a president to do something stupid.
Out, like, yeah, but it wasn't like specific on Biden or Trump because I don't know how old the video was. But he goes, "We're just waiting for for a president to act stupid."
Yeah, man. I think we got it good in this country. We do got it good. One of the things that I feel like is fucking messed up, to say the least, is people that are caught in this like cycle with temp agencies.
What the fuck?
Yeah. I think
that took a weird turn.
Why weird?
We were talking about like fucking veterans and war and shit and standing up against the government. You just brought up temp agencies.
Yeah.
So I was like, wait, what the fuck?
No, I mean, if you remember, we were talking about like U.S. compared to other countries.
Oh, okay.
And you know how we do things
very different,
very well, very different, but we have our shortcomings. And I think one of the shortcomings is the system that temp agencies have people in. You got these.
What do you mean?
You got employers like Walmart, Amazon, and like all these other companies where they'll sometimes fire full-time workers.
Okay.
And they'll hire part-time people from agencies.
Really?
Yeah, and so people from agencies, since you're not on the company, what does the company owe you?
They don't owe you shit.
They don't owe you shit.
You don't get benefits. You don't get any of that.
You don't get benefits. And when you find out that there's people that are working through temp agencies for years, there'll be people on a site where I just mentioned Amazon and Walmart so people can get...
But it's for any company.
Yeah, they get the general idea.
Even it works with, like, for the company we worked with, like, yeah, same thing. We have a temp agency we work with.
Yeah, so there's people that are temps for years.
Yeah.
Where it's like, they never... In the time that you've been there, probably even offered you, like, hey, you want to,
Fuck no,
you want to come on board? Because that's when a company has to give in and
benefits,
offer benefits, or
401k or shit like
401k like that.
Dude, sorry to interrupt you. I remember, dude, I used to work for some company, dude. It was like in the logistics industry. These motherfuckers would have agency guys for like, I met some dude that was in the agency, dude, for like, I think he said it was like 6 years. And I'm like, they never offered your company before? He goes, nope. And I was like, what about raises? He goes, I'm maxed out. He goes, I guess through the agency. And that's true. Like, even in agencies, there's a cap on your pay. Like, you can't get paid more than a certain percentage, like a certain amount. So let's say minimum wage is, hypothetically, $10 an hour. You, working through a temp agency, can't make more than 15, which is already fucking shit.
Yep.
Because it's like, I would understand if it's an entry-level position. You know, it's an entry-level position, which, like, they requires no experience to start. All right, $10, and then you move your way up. Then you get 15. All right, cool. You get the experience, and then you fuck off and go somewhere else. But it's like, let's say you're just some dude that just... Obviously, welders don't get paid $15. I'm just using that analogy. But let's say you're a welder that just got laid off. You're looking for a job. You go through a temp agency. You find a welding job for $15 an hour. A trade.
Yep.
And you're going like, fuck it. I'm going to take what I got, you know? And then you like the environment. You like the actual job. And you like the people you work with. And you're hoping you can get company. And then you meet dudes that are like, nah, bro, I'm still working here for the same $15. What the fuck? And how long you been here? I've been working 5 years. Fuck.
Yeah.
That's where I dip.
Yeah.
I say, not like, I didn't last in that job. I said, late. Fool, I'm not fucking staying here.
Because you got like an example of what they might try to do to you.
Yeah, it's like, fuck that shit.
You know?
And, bro, they would jump fools like around, fool, in all kinds of different positions. Like, when I first started there, dude, they had me unloading the actual containers. Like, pulling them out and then loading them up and shit. On the forklift, it wasn't by hand. But then they'll be like, oh, you want to go work at, what was it? What the fuck was it? Customs. So their customs department is basically certain containers that come out. You have to put it in a certain, like, closed off area where customs agents come and check the shit. And, all right, go, you could take it out. And I'd be like, yeah, I'm interested. Start doing it like a fucking idiot. Mind you, I was like fucking 19, so I was still a dumbass. Me, instead of fucking asking questions, I just took it. And then later I go into my supervisor, like, hey, bro, you know, I already started doing this for a month. You know, I just want to know, like, is the raise coming soon? And I was like, there's no raise involved. What? So you're telling me all this stupid procedures I just found out about, fucking learned about customs and all this bullshit I got to do? I'm not getting a raise for this? And he's like, no. Fuck you, bro. I'm not doing this shit.
Yeah.
I said, late, I'm out.
Yeah, and I think that's smart, man.
I said, fuck you guys. I'm not going to be doing this shit.
Yeah, as you shouldn't.
But yeah, like, they only had, I would say it was like what? With the first, because they had 2 shifts. First and second shift, I would say it was about 40 employees. 40, 50 employees. Out of those 40, 50 employees, 10 of them were company. 10.
Yep.
Everybody else, agency.
Yeah.
I was like, what the?
And on one hand, it's, you know, hey, kudos, you know, because I think we're both very pro, like, small business.
Yeah.
Because I love a good story of a dude that saved up his money, fucking whatever, and started something. Had all his hopes and dreams in there.
I made money.
It tested his faith. He lost money for a long time, and then he turned it around, and now he's made it. You know, he's
comfortable.
Yeah, he's just like he turned his dream into his fucking lifestyle or whatever. I love hearing that stuff. So I'm very like pro small business. You know, obviously corporations do well off or whatever, and those started small too, I'm sure at some point. But I'm also very pro worker. I'm very like just like businesses will look out for themselves as they should.
Employees should too.
Workers should look out for themselves.
Like, dude, I don't think, like, if you see that there's no opportunity for growth, like, within the year. I mean, I only say within the year because you get the experience and it looks good in your resume. No motherfucker wants to hire you when they see you're jumping every 6 months or every 3 months. No fucking employer wants to hire you after that.
Right.
When they see your resume. They'll be like, oh, you only last 6 months here? Yeah, why did you leave? Oh, because I didn't like it. What the fuck? How the fuck are we know you're not going to fucking leave here after 6 months?
Right.
You know? So it's like, me, I always tell people, hey, bro, if after the year, you see no fucking growth, get the fuck out of there.
Yep.
Fuck off. Because, dude, what the fuck's the point of you putting in the effort or caring about the job when you see that these fools are just going to go right past you?
Yeah.
And they're going to say late. You know, like, there's a lot of people that have wasted their potential because they say, oh, well, I hope they fucking look out for me. Or, oh, I'm hoping they'll do that for me. Dude, regardless what you may think, sometimes they're not. And it's not necessarily the owner's fault. It could be sometimes that you just got a shitty, like an actual shitty manager.
Right.
Like it could be that the manager is just oblivious to due to the hard work you're doing, or just completely ignores it because for some fucking reason he has some wild hair up his ass and doesn't like you. Which is one thing that I've always like hated, like those people that refuse to teach you the ropes or teach you skills because of job security. Bro, there's work for everybody here. There's enough for everybody out there. Like it's like me, like you know it firsthand. I've never been the type to say, "Oh, I'm not gonna show you this. I'm not gonna show you that." Like, no, bro. You want to learn it? Yeah, I'll fucking show you.
Nah, man.
Show me you want to fucking learn it, and I'll fucking show you.
I could definitely vouch for that because when we worked together, you definitely fucking allowed me like to get experience where if you weren't there, I feel like other people would definitely not.
Dude. Like right now I got nephew working for me. He's not my actual nephew. We just call him nephew.
I'm wondering why you guys call this guy nephew, dude.
I traded him for my actual nephew. He's my nephew's friend, but I said fuck that. He's a better nephew than you, so he's a nephew now.
Yeah, I come here.
I adopted him.
I come here like, and I'm getting these fucking. I'm hearing that there's this nephew dude, and I'm like, who the fuck is nephew? This is his actual nephew. Who's the fucking nephew?
My actual nephew's not the nephew no more.
Damn,
that's the nephew. But yeah, the nephew started working with me, and it's like, I didn't go like you know me, dude. When we started, I do no favorites. Fuck that shit. We're working, you know. So I told him, hey, this is your supervisor, bro. They supervisor, show him the ropes, what he has to do, whatever his responsibilities. All right, go at it. And it's like, I got back with him and I was like, hey, bro, so what have they explained to you? He goes, nothing. What? And he goes, yeah, dude, they just told me to just be picking this shit up. What the fuck? So I had to get Butters and be like, hey, Butters, show him what the fuck to do. Because I want to make sure he's doing the fucking job right.
Right.
You know, it's not no favoritism shit. It's like, hey, I need to make sure he's doing the job right. Because I don't want no motherfuckers to come back and be like, hey, all this shit's wrong. Why is it wrong? Well, because the nephew didn't check it. Why didn't the nephew check it? Well, nobody showed him. Oh, fuck.
Yep.
You know, and that's one thing I've always hated, dude. Like, motherfuckers that do that shit where they don't want to show you something because they're afraid you're going to steal their job. If you do, it's got to be for a reason. It's because you stopped showing your worth to the company, right?
Yeah.
It's like if me, I was doing the work, I showed you, and then they see, hey, Jay's actually much hungrier than Sickly, bro. He's actually doing the work way better and way smarter and way more efficient than Sickly. What the fuck we have Sickly here for? Like, bro, that's the way it works. It's like, dude, you want to keep your position, you want to keep your job, bro, you got to show your worth. You got to show that, hey, bro, nah, I'm on my shit, or hey, nah, bro, you know, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, you know? But it doesn't mean you got to keep guys behind from being able to succeed themselves. It's just like, no, hey, I'll show you my work, my job too. But just know, bro, that you're still going to be competing with me, bro. Don't think you're just going to fucking, you know, knock me off the totem pole. Like, nah.
Right.
I'm still on my toes too.
Yeah.
I'm still going to show you. I'm still going to show you everything. But hey, I'm still on my toes, fool. So don't think you're going to knock me off real quick.
Nah, yeah, man. I definitely, I can say that from firsthand experience. Like, you know, you definitely did show me some cool ropes while I was there.
Yeah, that's one thing I've always hated, dude, that dudes do that. Because I met a lot of dudes that do that shit, bro. Where they won't show you a goddamn thing. Like, when I first started welding, bro, I met some fucking asshole dude that, like, they put me to run a bandsaw, right? And I didn't fucking know how to run it. I barely know how to read a measuring tape, dude. I was like 18. And they were like, I was like, oh, well, what do I do? And he goes, oh, get with, the dude was named, I forgot what this fucking name, Angel or fucking Allen. I forgot what the fuck his name was. They're like, oh, get with this for the fucking, he'll show you. So I'm just like, hey, you know, like, this would told me that, you know, he wants me to run the bandsaw, which he did. Like, he's the dude that run the bandsaw. He goes, he wants me to run the bandsaw with you and so you could show me or whatever. I guess that dude was mad that he had me helping him. Like, he was mad the foreman had me show him his job. Which is like, I don't know why the fuck he did. He just told me to fucking, you know, to show me. Dude, this would literally said like, oh, well, all right, so this beam, you got to cut it at this amount of inches. What fucking beam? Oh, well, the one that's in the drawings. Okay, but, dude, there's like fucking 30 fucking beams out here different sizes. Which one do I get? Well, just look at the markings. What the fuck? Like, dude, like that. Where I was just like.
Dude, I got to fucking. I hate that shit too. Because it's the way I put it is they're explaining it, but they're explaining it as if they were explaining it to someone with their same amount of experience.
Like if they knew it, yeah.
Which obviously you're not gonna be you're not gonna go in debt. You're not gonna go into details. You're just gonna be like, can you imagine showing yourself the inner workings of your AR? You'd be like, dude, why would I even speak with my mouth? It's all mental. I was like,
Just start doing it.
You start grunting. You would start grunting. You'd be like, and that's it. It's done. Someone standing next to you would be like, what?
What did you just do?
You were explaining that to me, and you go, you should know this. It's
just look, bro.
It's just
can't you tell this is a trigger?
Yeah, it's just you know. So, because there's certain things that I know about, and I'm like, I would explain it to someone else like if I'm explaining it to a fucking baby.
To a newbie, yeah.
To a newborn, dude. To a dude that they just separated the fucking umbilical cord, you know?
Yeah, you have to. And it's like, dude, I didn't learn my shit until some other dude who I got a lot of mad love and respect for. This fool told me, he goes, bro, he goes, I'm sorry, dude. He goes, but this fool just fucking you over, dude, because he wants you to get fired. I was like, why? Why the fuck does he want me to get fired? He goes, because he thinks you're going to take his job. I was like, bro, it's not my fault. This motherfucker told me to fucking learn. And he goes, don't trip. He goes, I'll show you. And dude, this fool would show me, like, he would be like, okay, look, this is how you tell the beam that you need. Okay, you see the paper? Yeah. Okay, so this paper will say it. IW 25 by 36. Okay, so all you got to do is look at that, and it'll be marked on one of those beams. Look for that same number. All right, I found it. He'll be like, all right, so get that one, put it on the fucking machine. All right. So he goes, right, look, these are the lengths. And he goes, sometimes they ask you to cut it at angles. And I'm like, oh, well, how do I know that? He goes, look at the next page. All right, that one said 90 degrees, you're good. So it's like, dude, this fool actually started taking the time to show me.
Yep.
And that's why, like, once he showed me, and then there was another dude I worked with, Mr. Powell. Shout out to Mr. Powell. Coolest motherfucker out there. He showed me how to TIG weld. And he told me, he goes, dude, I'm only showing you this. He goes, in the hopes that if anybody asked you, bro, you do the same. He goes, if they're willing to learn, bro, show them. And I was like, all right, fuck it.
That's awesome.
And it's like, dude, that fool showed me how to fucking TIG weld, bro. I didn't fucking know how to TIG weld. I got that shit in a week. For this fool was super cool at fucking teaching motherfuckers how to weld. I don't know how the fuck he did it, but he had a gift for teaching motherfuckers how to weld.
Can you repeat that again? Can you repeat that again? What he told you? I'm only doing this because
in the hopes that you would do the same, like
wow.
teach somebody else.
Yeah, man, that's cool.
You know. But he was also strict. Like, he goes, if I see you want to learn, he goes, I won't give up on you. He goes, but if I see you already giving up, then I'm not gonna give a fuck either. Like, that fool was strict.
That's cool,
and he was
though.
a young ass cat. He was only older than me by like a couple years. Like, he was probably like, I was probably like 22, 23, and he was like almost 30 already.
That sounds very cool, man.
It was that dude that I used to fucking talk to on the phone with. Remember, the dude like Predator.
Oh,
he had the big old dreads. Remember?
Yeah,
that dude.
Oh, that guy was cool.
Like, and I was like, after he told me that shit, I was like, you're right, dude. I can't. Like, if anybody ever asked me, like, hey, show me this, I'll fucking show you, motherfucker.
Dude, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah. But I agree with you, man. I feel like employees, you know, they should stand up for themselves, and people should stop being assholes and stop being worried about getting a job taken from you.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, this all stems from like just me bringing up temp agencies and how for some people they're in that fucking cycle of, on one side, it's not our fault, right? On one side, it's like, dude, you're the one that's been caught in that cycle for years.
You're the one that doesn't want to leave.
Right, but on one hand, I can't imagine like how demoralizing it must be, you know? And sometimes you just don't know better. No, you just don't even know that there's other options.
That's actually true.
There's people that are born here that they forget that they have rights as citizens.
Bro, yes.
There's people that are, and some of this shit I'm talking about myself. I'm not gonna lie, but I know people who maybe their parents are immigrants and maybe their upbringing was like, you know, I get it, to be here legally. Some people are like, well, why are you even here illegally? I get that, but some people that are citizens, their parents are immigrants. So they know that, like, oh, you got to be careful on this, or you can't say this, or whatever. So, but they themselves grow up feeling like they're immigrants too. When it's like, dude, you know, you're born here, right? You know, you have kind of like, you have some rights as a citizen. Like we all do. We all have these general rights.
You're absolutely right. That's true.
But they live their fucking lives as fear because there's like,
they're going,
like, fuck. Like if they get pulled over, like, that's it. I'm being fucking deported. Wait,
dude,
wait.
I was going to TJ.
I'm fucking born here, actually.
Dude, it's true.
You
A lot
know?
of people grow up with that mentality.
Yeah.
Where it's like they can't find anything better, so they settle for like the least fucking shitty job they can. Which I don't shit on people that decide to keep those jobs. Like if you decide to be the person that becomes a stalker at Walmart and just wants to stay there for the rest of your life, if that's something that makes you happy, dude, that's perfect. You know, more power to you. If that's something that makes you happy, like if you say, "Hey, I'm cool with the make I pay, with the pay I make a decent living. I'm happy and I'm very comfortable. My family's comfortable. You know, we never miss a meal. We have roof over our head." I'll be like, "Hey, well, fuck it. Continue what you're doing. You know, continue what you're doing."
Yeah.
But if you're a motherfucker that has one of those jobs and are just always complaining, like, "Bro, I fucking hate my life. I hate my fucking job," but you're not doing anything about it, then I can't feel sorry for you. You're just like, well,
Yeah, I kind of know a girl like that. I
Oh,
think
well.
you knew of her too. That was always just constantly complaining.
oh, I do know that girl.
But I think her life is a little better now.
I hope it is.
Yeah.
I mean, is it?
I hope so.
Shit.
Haven't heard from her in a very long time.
I know. She might be dead.
Nah, I think she's good, and I hope it's just her fucking mindset was always just in the gutter, dude.
In the gutter.
And I've gone through like periods like that, but definitely not like that, man.
Not that bad.
Not that fucking. But
It's like it's easy for you to say it'll get better to somebody that's hard timing it, you know? But it's something that needs to be said because it does get better. And obviously they always hit you with, "You don't understand what I'm going through." And it's like, I do. You probably never saw me when I was going through it, but that's because I handled it much better than you.
Yeah.
There's an example.
right.
And it's just like, I'm just letting you know, like, it does get better, you know? Like, what people need to understand, life isn't sunshine and rainbows, bro. It's not. It's a fucked up, cruel fucking place. Yet it's beautiful at the same time, bro, because you get to experience some wonderful fucking things. Kick-ass friendships, fucking relationships, bro. Good times with people, you know? And there's going to be times where it's going south. It's going south. And you're just like, I remember, dude, one of my lowest points where I was like, fuck. In one fucking day, I got fired for my job. I was broke because I spent my shit on drugs, on cocaine, and then that same fucking day, my nephew gets shot.
Dude.
On the same fucking day, bro. And it all happened like, bro,
Back to back.
I got out of work. Look. I get out of work, bro. Get home. I shit you not. I didn't even take off my boots. I get a call and I was like, "Oh, hello." And they're like, "Oh yeah, this is from the temp agency." I was like, "Oh, what's up?" And they're like, "Oh, well, we just want to, your assignment ended." What the fuck? What do you mean my assignment ended? Yeah, they still don't need you anymore. I just talked to the production manager. He told me that he wanted me to go there Saturday. What do you mean? And they're like, "Yeah, well, I don't know what to tell you, but they just called saying that they want to attend your assignment." Fuck. I was like, God fucking damn it. Mind you, this was like on a fucking Tuesday, dude. So I only worked 2 fucking days. So me like an idiot, like as soon as I had gone out of work, I went to go pick up. I wasted my fucking check thinking Friday's coming, I'm gonna get paid. I'm gonna make up the money, so I ain't tripping. So now I'm like, fuck, I only got 2 days worth of fucking pay for that I'm gonna get on Friday.
Should have told him, "Do you know I just fucking bought drugs?
I just bought a fucking 8-ball, bitch. They're not cheap. You fucking whore." But I was like, fuck. So I was like, God damn it. But then I was like, shit. All right, fuck it. It is what it is, you know? It is what it is. Like, I was like, nothing worse can happen. And then I get a call. Mind you, I was talking to my girl. That's when I barely started talking to my fiance. So she knew I was barely giving up drugs. So I was a recovering addict at the time. So I had barely started talking to her, dude. Like, we weren't even a year in when we started talking. I think I was talking to her for a couple months. And, dude, I'm talking to her, and my sister comes in, like, barges in the room. And she goes, dude, you need to talk on the phone. You need to get on the phone. And I was like, what? What's going on? And she goes, they shot him. Who? Just get on the phone. I was like, what the fuck? So I get on the phone and I was like, what's going on? And they're like, hey, your nephew's been shot. What the fuck? And I was like, hey, I gotta go. Like, I had told my girl, like, hey, I gotta go. They shot my nephew. And boom, click. And I'm like, what's going on? They're like, oh, they shot him. And, he was getting out of school and they fucking shot him. And I was like, what the fuck? Where's he at? And they're like, he's in the hospital. But he's stable condition. And I was like, what else have they told you? We don't know yet. We're waiting. And I'm like, oh my fucking God. What the fuck?
Dude.
Like, bro, it was a shitty fucking day for me. Like, beyond shitty.
I have never stopped to think about what the worst day of my life is, but that sounds shitty as fuck.
It was that's why I don't say it was the worst day of my life. I just think it was one of the shittiest days of my life. Where I was like, bro, everything bad that could happen happened in one fucking go.
That's so fucked up.
Where I was just like, wow. What fucking luck do I fucking have? And it was like, dude, it was one of those days where I was just like, what the fuck else is gonna happen now? Like, what more can happen to make my fucking day that worse? Except for a fucking plane engine coming and killing my fucking mom and dad. That's where I'd be like, all right, there, that takes the fucking cake, dude. That's it.
I stop and think about it. Do you think Butters, do you think the worst day of his life that he thinks is the worst day of his life when he was born?
Nah.
No? What
No.
do you think his mindset is? Like, what do you think the worst day of his life would be?
I have one in mind.
You have some ideas?
I don't know. I have one in mind. I know that was the worst day of his life.
Oh, God damn it.
But I don't want to bring it up because I'm afraid it'll give TMI.
Okay, yeah. Off camera.
But I think it is the worst day of his life because it was the one day where the attention wasn't on him. Now you know what I'm talking about. That was the worst day of his life. People are ignoring me.
Dude,
I want the attention, so I'm gonna say some stupid shit in front of other people that I barely know.
Hey. I wanted to ask you though. Did you hear about that teacher that took the kids? I want to hear your opinion on that. A teacher took kids to a gay bar for a field trip.
What the fuck?
Yeah. What do you think about that?
Is that stupid?
Yeah, because I was thinking about it and I was like, dude, to me, I mean, it just sounds dumb. It isn't, because some people are saying, oh, it's a downfall of civilization. I don't know if maybe it is, and I'm just overlooking it. I just think it's just dumb.
No. Like, I don't think it's like, oh my God, how could you take him to a gay bar? No, it's how could you take him to a bar?
Right.
I don't give a fuck if it was gay bar.
Right, yeah, that's where I'm also seeing, like, dude, it's just irresponsible. It's just dumb. Like, why'd you take them to a bar? Why the fuck would you take
them to a bar? They're kids.
Yeah.
They're fucking kids. They don't need to be seeing any of that shit. Like, they ain't see people motherfuckers, like, because I'm talking about, like, you could see that shit in any bar where you see adults making out,
Right.
What fucking kid needs to see couples making out? Because you're telling me, fool, that doesn't happen in a bar. It happens in a fucking bar. I made out with bitches in bars. I've seen bitches make out with foods in bars. Like, come on, get the fuck out with that bullshit if you think that motherfuckers out there ain't making out with people in bars. And it's like, you think kids need to see that? Whether it be a straight bar, a gay bar, a trans bar, any bar, bro. The fact that it's a bar, you don't take kids to a bar. And it's like the fact that owner of the bar let the fucking kids go in. Like, what the fuck?
Very weird, man.
Very weird.
I just think it was, like, irresponsible.
Very irresponsible.
Obviously there's some people that are more like, they're conservative. They see that as like, oh my God, that's a sign of the fucking apocalypse.
Nah, yeah, see, I don't see the issue with the fact that it was a gay bar. I don't give a shit, I just feel I'm more concerned with the fact that they went to a bar.
Yeah.
Why do they gotta you're telling me they couldn't just easily, if the point was to open their minds and see people of different lifestyles, you're telling me they couldn't just be outside of the bar and been like, hey, you guys have a different lifestyle, right? Yeah. Oh, could you come out and talk to the kids about it? You're telling me they couldn't do that?
Yeah, I think they could have, man.
Right? Where was this at?
That's a good question. I think it was in Florida.
Florida, bro. There's a whole mess of fucking gay people walking out there. You're telling me they couldn't just walk down to the fucking boardwalk and just find a random gay dude and be like, hey, talk about your lifestyle? Really? Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I think it's stupid. I think it was stupid of them to take them to a bar, period.
Something I want to switch it up a little bit. Something that you really reminded me of when you mentioned that dude at work that fucking was willing to show you, something like a new skill was I saw this very cool video of this coach. He's a football coach, ex-footballer. I don't know if you've heard of him, Guardiola. He coached
What?
Barcelona. His name's Guardiola. That's his last name.
Guardiola.
He's He's
So
from Spain.
He said Guardiola. I was like, what?
Oh no, he's from Spain. He coached Barcelona for years, and then he coached Bayern Munich in Germany, and now he's coaching in England, top league in England. He's coaching Manchester City. Well, anyway, this guy's talking about a young player. His name's Phil Foden. He's from England and he plays for Manchester City, and he's talking about how, I've been coaching this guy for years. Like he was like 17 or 18 when he was on the first roster, and back then I would barely put him in for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and he was happy, thrilled that he's getting fucking playing time.
Mm-hmm.
Like any youngster,
You got to take advantage of it.
Yeah, so I'd put him in the last couple minutes of this match. He was like, "Oh my god, thank you, coach. Oh my god." He'd fucking die of fucking, and he'd try to do the most. I'd put him in maybe halftime of this game. He'd fucking be thrilled. Now with his experience and how high his skill is, if I bench him for one of the top matches of like the Champions League, he's gonna knock on my door and be like, "Hey man, what happened? Like, why the fuck?" Basically like he's demanding like, "Why is he benched?" And he goes like, "He showed me that he can do it. It's a new he goes, it's a different it's just a different level. He
has that drive. He has that thirst.
He reached like a different status with me now, and he knows." So he went from being that kid that was happy to play the last 2 minutes, the last 5 minutes of a match, of like a normal league game. Now he wants to be a starter for the Champions League games, where the title for all of Europe is is at stake. I think it was just cool because he saw that player rise.
That's actually really cool, dude.
So just that perspective from a coach,
That's super dope. I like that, man. I like that. That's really cool. Motherfuckers need to be doing that shit a lot more.
Yeah.
Like they say that one coach that coach Chicharito supposedly hated him because he was a Mexican.
No.
I don't know. I don't know what fucking team he played for.
He played for Manchester United.
Yeah,
you think
they never played him because they said the coach hated him.
Really? You think
That's
so?
what they say. I don't know.
That's what maybe
I
fans...
don't follow soccer, but
right.
Fans say supposedly that fool was a racist fuck and that he fucking didn't like because he was a Mexican and he didn't play him. Because they say when he played like at a German team, no? And that he was fucking...
That is... There's some truth in that.
That he did really good out there, supposedly.
Yeah, what I'm not sure about is that it was for like racist purposes.
I don't know. I'm saying from what I've heard. I don't know if it's true.
Yeah.
Like, don't take my word for it. I'm saying that's what I fucking heard, Like, people said that didn't get played much in Manchester because the coach didn't play him because he was racist. I don't even know if it's true if he played him or not. I don't know.
No, who they might be talking about is his name's Sir Alex Ferguson.
Damn, he's a knight.
He's a sir.
He's a knight.
Yeah, I guess so.
Damn, no wonder he did it. He's a fucking knight.
But
like, what are you gonna do? For complain to the queen? Fuck you, I'm a knight.
But I think he's the one that like scouted him and like advised the board to get him to purchase him, his contract. Well,
I heard they hardly even played him. I don't know if it's true though.
Even that's crazy because I'd say this: he wasn't generally like the first choice striker, because at that time Manchester United had their pick of just crazy skilled people for different positions. So he definitely was like second choice. It wasn't that common for him to be a starter. He was usually like a substitute or maybe their go-to when their main striker had like a yellow card or injury or something, but he would show up. Like right now you can look up Chicharito highlights from what he did in Manchester, and the fans loved him, dude. But it's true that he wasn't first choice.
Yeah, because I heard when he went to Germany, supposedly he got a lot of playtime out there.
Yeah, because in Manchester United, he was competing with top strikers, and then they loaned him out to Real Madrid, which
he was doing good too.
He did really good. And then it sucked because they had the option to purchase him and they didn't, which I think was a mistake. And so I think the next season or it might have been 2 seasons after, he went to go play for the German team's name is Bayer Leverkusen, and he fucking showed out. Like he was scoring a lot. He was playing phenomenal, and they were like, "This is what like some Manchester United fans were like, this is what we knew he was capable of, but they never fucking gave him a shot. So now we have to see him shine somewhere else, you know? And now he's in like LA Galaxy or whatever. But dude, that guy was really good. It's just that there was definitely a period where he wasn't given a chance.
That's what I heard. I don't know if it's true though. Like I heard that the reason why they gave him a chance because the fucking coach was racist. I don't know if it's true though.
Right.
I don't know if it's true. I was just like, damn, it's gotta be fucked up, bro.
Yeah.
And it's even worse now that you say that the coach was the one that scouted him.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, maybe they're talking about.
It's just like that would probably went like, oh, you thought you were tough shit in Mexico, huh, bitch? Well, you ain't gonna shine here.
I got you just to bench you.
Yeah. And you staying there, motherfucker. Yeah. But then, like, the team owner said, hey, fool, we're not getting anything out of him, dog.
Yeah.
Rent him out.
Yeah. Well,
they said, fuck it.
Dude, that's fucking hilarious. Did you see that video of Kaepernick where he's comparing the NFL Combine to slavery?
What?
No, you didn't?
No.
Dude, I just saw it today, and I couldn't fucking believe it, bro. I was just like... You know, say what you will about Kaepernick, right? On one hand, people are saying like, "Oh, he's standing up for whatever the fuck he believes in or whatever."
Look,
I think a lot of it is opportunism.
Yes, I think so too. Because from what I've read, I don't follow sports much. I only follow like boxing and UFC. But from what I've read, that this fool was butthurt because he wasn't a starter anymore. That he was butthurt that he wasn't starting for the 49ers anymore. So, that was his way of just getting back at them, and that he just used it as an excuse, like BLM as an excuse, as a segue to be like, oh, look, I'm getting all this attention.
Right. On one hand, I want to say anybody that views this video, I definitely want to hear what you guys think. Do you think Colin Kaepernick's approach, you know, where he went like, you know, and started taking knees and shit like that, do you think it was, you know what, this guy just had a moment of like, you know what, this is my time to stand up for something that's right, or
by taking a knee,
or do you
I'm gonna stand up by kneeling?
Or do you think that it was just like a money grab, a clout grab, once you started seeing that, hey, I'm not the fucking first choice, and I'm really pissed off, and this thing is in the air all across the country, this fucking wokeism, I could be a part of it, I could get a lot of money.
Yeah. So
I want to hear what you guys think. Do you think it was just, hey man, you know, give the guy a fucking his credit for standing up for what's right? Or yeah, you know, it's basically he was grifting.
Yeah, because a lot of people like to say that supposedly they like to say that supposedly this fool was like, oh well, they had it against them because they were racist or whatever, which isn't entirely true. What happened to Michael Vick? This fool got fucking arrested and did prison time, fool, for killing dogs. What happened when he got out? They got him back, right?
They did, right?
That fool started playing again. Why? Because he proved he was still good even after he got out of prison. And what people make the argument, some people that basically go against this fool, what they say about Colin Kaepernick is like, bro, this fool wants to say that they didn't get him because the NFL is racist or whatever. But no, they did the tryouts, and he was acting stupid, saying like, oh, I'm not gonna do the tryouts where you guys want me to. Where they're like, well then no, well then we don't want you. Because I guess last year they told him like, hey, we'll let you do the tryouts to see what team wants you. But then he wanted to do it in his terms.
Right.
Doesn't work that way.
Yeah, dude. To me, honestly, that was just like I don't want to say like disrespectful, but there was something in it where let's say, for example, me and you, it's like a business approach, and I have way more fucking leverage. And not just do I have way more leverage, you come to me, right? Mm-hmm. I didn't go looking for you. You came to me and you're like, hey, let's
give me an opportunity.
Let's work out a deal. I'm like, dude, I got so much money over here. I got so much money over here. All right. Let's keep in mind that you came to me. Mm-hmm. And then somewhere along the way, you start getting big nuts on me. You know what I mean?
My like balls start swelling.
You're not literally.
My already big nuts start swelling more.
But like your approach is like you come at me like Mr. Big Nuts.
Yeah.
Like, here's what you're going to do, and here's what you're going to do, and here's what you're going to do. And I'm listening to this, like all these demands, and I'm like, the balls of this guy. The guy that came to me.
Hey, I appreciate your balls, but
now you're making demands to me. You know, here I come in. Let me remind you.
Who gets the bigger ones?
That, you know, you don't have the leverage I have. So please don't irritate me. You know what I mean?
Bro,
That's what I get when Kaepernick was telling the board of the NFL or whatever, the owners, like,
yeah, like he was trying to make it his terms.
yeah, I'm gonna practice over here with my fucking camera team and all this shit, right? And so they're looking like, dude, must me remind you that you're the one that wants to play?
Yeah. But then they say, I don't know if it's true, but they say supposedly he was doing it because he was also shooting a Nike commercial. That's what they say. I don't know if it's true, but they're saying supposedly he was also shooting a Nike commercial, which might be full of shit. I don't know. But they were saying that supposedly that's why he also wanted to do it. Who knows, you know? I myself am not emotionally invested in Kaepernick or his whole bullshit story, because I'm just like, bro, why the fuck do you still want to be bitching at the NFL if you already made money, bro? They made a fucking Netflix show about your upbringing, bro, that you had a hard time fucking living in the suburbs with your white adopted family. Like, what more do you want? You gotta fucking deal with Nike. You really want that chump change from the NFL? Really?
Dude, but I will say one thing that like one of the fucking first things that came to my mind when he started saying, "Oh, that shit's like slavery." Basically, the
But
tryouts.
what did he say? You don't know what he said? Like word for word? At least?
Word for word, he goes,
me see
you
if I
know,
can find
when
the
you're
video.
first signing up for this shit, they fucking poke and prod and examine you, and then they do this crazy animation where it's football players walking behind him, and then it just becomes like an auction for slavery. Like, that's how quick
What the
it
fuck?
just right away it changes to that. And then after I stopped paying attention because I had to fucking drive. But the first thing that came to my mind was like, wait, but white players go through that too.
Yeah.
That's just the first thing that came to my mind. Not even to like just bash the guy. Like, I'll watch the rest of this fucking video. But the first thing that came to my mind was like, wait, but white players go through this too. I don't know too many Asian or Hispanic players in the NFL, but I'm pretty sure they go through this too. That's just the NFL system or the team system of fucking, like, we want the best.
Yeah. I found sorry to interrupt you, but I found the video. I don't know if you want to watch it. So in case the viewers haven't seen it, we can at least show them what it is. But we'll go ahead and watch it. Let's take a look real quick.
Where they put you on the field, teams poke, prod, and examine you, searching for any defect that might affect your performance. No boundary respected, no dignity left intact.
Okay, and then if you can't see this, there's a bunch of guys who are getting checked out at the combine with their shirts off. And then they walk out of the combine and into a
What the fuck?
with chains on them being auctioned off as slaves. I'm not kidding.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
Holy shit, dude.
what do you think about that?
Bro, that was stupid. That was fucking ridiculous.
I don't got a lot of shit to say, man. But the first thing I thought of was like, wait, dude, but this is just their way of going into like, we want the best fucking players, dude. What do you think this is? This isn't like, we're not here for fucking chess. We want the best football
Dude,
players.
But that's for any sport. For any sport, they do the same thing, bro. They want to make sure that you're in peak condition to be able to play matches that could go on. I'm not saying they go on for 90 minutes or an hour nonstop, but they could potentially go on for that long.
I don't know another sport that has the exact same system. What they
Not
call
the exact same
the
system.
combine, right?
Yeah, not the exact same system, but they got tryouts, bro. Like baseball, they don't want a motherfucker that could pitch 30 miles an hour when they could find the other idiot that could throw it at 90.
And yeah, that's true. And remember, dude, this is top league sports.
Exactly. Like, you think if you were the owner, let's say you were the owner of the Dodgers, dude. You were the owner of the Dodgers, and somebody comes and tells you, hey, dude, you got to hire this Mexican. He fucking throws at 40 miles an hour. And you're like,
My response was like, it would be, why would I hire them then?
why would I hire him? My pitcher throws at 90. But your pitcher's white. He pitches at 90. I don't give a fuck if he was Mexican or white. He pitches at 90.
I want
90.
I want the best pitcher.
I want the best pitcher. I want this fool to strike fools out. He's going to basically hand him the ball.
The same guy that you're bitching that pitches at 90, we had to cough up 120 million because we got him from the fucking Astros.
Yeah, bro. Like, And you want me to buy this fool? Who fucking throws at 40?
Who's trash, basically.
Fuck you, bro.
Like he is saying that their system of how they go about it is awkward, or like where they measure you and they want to see how high you jump. Okay, but in top league sports, they're still gonna want to get the best.
They need it, bro. If you're a lineman in football, when the fuck have you seen a short, scrawny dude be a lineman? When? They always get big ass, tall ass, husky motherfuckers, dude, to be linemen. Why? Because you're big as fuck and you're basically walls. You're holding the offensive line back, bro, so nobody goes through you so they can sack the QB, right?
Right.
How the fuck would it be beneficial for you to be like, hey, everybody that's under 6 feet, put them all in there? Bro, they'd be getting walked over.
Try to argue in his favor. This is to you dumb. To me, it's dumb. But I'm already seeing a possibility that some people are going to get vocal enough to where the NFL, they're going to be like, we have to change the way the combine is done, the way people inspect players. Because I feel like that's what people are going to go after. They're going to be like, you know what? Now that he's brought this shit into attention, it's going to make it awkward for NFL teams to like the way they do their tryouts. To the way they get motherfuckers to see how high they can, the vertical, whatever the fuck they measure your wingspan and shit like that. I feel like that's what they're gonna slowly go after.
I feel like it's gonna be hard for them to do it because the NFL is mixed, bro.
What do you mean?
They got Pacific Islanders. I feel like it's gonna be hard to make it a race thing. It's hard to do it because, bro, how many it's not like if you see all black teams. Yeah, there's a lot of teams where there's a lot of black folk on it. But, bro, most of the time they're mixed. There's a lot of Samoans and Pacific Islanders playing football, bro, because those fools are huge. That Palomalu fool, that fool's a huge motherfucker.
Yeah.
With a luscious lock of hair, too. That's why I played for the Steelers.
Mawaluga, too.
Yeah. Big-ass motherfuckers, you know? And it's like, it's so mixed now. It's so diverse. There's a lot of Pacific Islanders, there's a lot of blacks, and there's a lot of whites that play, you know? It's like, how are you going to go ahead and say it's a fucking race thing? It's not like if they go ahead and say, okay, all you Pacific Islanders, you don't have to go through the combine. Really? You're really going to say that?
Yeah, but I think what might happen, I don't know. I don't know if they'll be vocal enough.
Because the way he portrayed it on the video you saw, it was mostly black men.
Yeah.
Like he tried to make it seem like if only black men play in the NFL, which is not true. A lot of them do. I'm not going to say they don't. Yes, it's a lot of them that do play in the NFL. Yes. I will give you that. Yes. A lot of black men do play. But not all of them. Not all, but most. As Jesse Lee Peterson would say. So it's like, the fact that he tried doing that already fucked up. Like, if he wanted to do it, like, and he put the mixed people, the people that actually do play in the NFL, then people could be like, hey, yeah, bro, look, you treat all your players like that. I feel like that's something where the NFL would be like, fuck.
Yeah, dude, if I was ahead in the NFL, I wouldn't budge at all.
Fuck no.
I'd be like, this is to remind all you guys that want to play one day in the NFL. You do have the choice and the option to not play in the NFL.
Yeah, you go fuck yourself.
I don't know, somewhere along the way someone lied to you and told you you're being forced to play here. You have the choice to not join. You have the option.
Go semi-pro if you want. Go play for LA Kiss.
Yeah. But I wouldn't budge at all. But that's just what I'm saying. I feel like there's a possibility that people are going to come out and be like, yeah, man, I actually don't like the combine, or it's awkward or whatever.
You know what's funny?
What's up?
The fools that don't really speak about inequality or whatever are the fools that were actually raised in the hood. Like that one dude that played for the Eagles, or I think he plays for the Eagles. He's from Compton. And I remember in one, they don't really interview him anymore on social things because they interviewed him once when the whole Black Lives Matter thing was going on, and he goes, "Look, I think it's getting ridiculous." He goes that we don't care when we're killing ourselves in our own communities. He goes, "I think we should tackle that first." And people didn't like that answer, and they were like, "No, fuck this fool."
They stopped interviewing him
because it's like, but he spoke the facts. Like, dude, he grew up in the hood. He knew what it was, where it was just like, dude, it wasn't white folks killing blacks, or like here, it wasn't white folks killing the homies, right? It was homies killing homies when we were growing up, right? You would see, oh shit, the homie just got killed by who? By another a Latino gangbanger. When the fuck did we ever hear? Well, this fool got smoked by white folks. White folks just came fool and did a drive-by and they smoked all these fools. When did we hear that, dude? It was always these fools smoking each other.
Yeah, I think it's like statistically proven that you're more likely to get killed by someone that looks just like you.
Yeah.
Whatever your ethnicity is, it just so happens that whatever your ethnicity is, you're more prone to live amongst that.
Because you're gonna be around it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like this was already reaching at straws now. Like I think he still wants to. He's trying his best to still be relevant.
Yeah, it could be that, man. But I think people are gonna vote with their dollar, and it might hit Netflix in the pocket.
Who knows, bro? Because a lot of these fucking woke things have been going to shit. What happened to that Fauci documentary that Disney tried doing?
What happened to it? I don't know. I don't
Bro,
have.
the review score fool is trash.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I think it only had like a 9% favorability, opposed to their critic rating. For their critic rating, try to make it like fresh. I think, but like the people review, they put it as rotten. Like that shit was trash.
It's horrible, man.
Because they want to go woke, you know. It's like, bro, when you want to do that stupid shit, like when you try to shove it down people's throats, like it's not funny anymore. Like that dude Trevor Noah from The Daily Show. At first he was funny, but bro, now every fucking choice, every chance he gets, he wants to make it a left-leaning political joke.
That's why I don't listen to none of the late night guys.
They're not funny anymore.
Excuse me.
They're not. I used to love Spike Fairstein. Fool, that fool was fucking hilarious. He was an old dude that he would come out on Fox. He would come on the Late Show with Spike Fairstein. Kick-ass fucking show. I love that shit. And then when fucking Jon Stewart was on the Daily Show. Like, dude, how is it that the old host of the Daily Show bashes, I think it was CNN when he goes, "Why are you guys still on Trump?" He goes, "Why are we still focusing on Trump?" Jon Stewart, the former host of the Daily Show, where Trevor Noah is now, even he's going like, dude, that's already old news. Like, why are we still hitting that shit? Like, why the fuck are we still worried about Trump? Like, why are we still villainizing this guy? Like, he's not coming out in support of Trump, but he goes like, dude, and he said it like, I feel like CNN is still trying to villainize this guy. He goes, that's old news already. Like, what?
Fucking crazy, man.
It's some crazy shit, bro.
What do you think happens when you isolate people for like 1.5 years, going on 2?
Well, what do you mean by isolation? Like complete isolation where they have no contact with anybody?
You have people, going through shutdowns.
Mm-hmm.
You tell people to wear masks, to get certain injections with certain stuff. Whatever your opinion on all those procedures, right? What do you think happens when people start going out and about after that 1.5 shutdown?
I feel like
when you're not around other people, when you're not around germs, when you're not around viruses that much, what do you think happens?
Well, for one, I think your immune system becomes compromised, and 2, your social skills become shit because you haven't been able to socialize with people. And it's not like it's different socializing through the interweb than socializing in person, because we're very social creatures, and a lot of people may be in denial, but physical touch with somebody goes a long way. Even if it's like a quick, "Hey, what's up, bro?" Boom. Just that goes a long way. We're very social creatures. So it's like for people to be like, bro, you'll be fine not having to contact anybody. Oh, you hate people anyways, right? Like, no, dude. Like, loneliness is a motherfucker. Why is it that people that are in prisons go crazy when they're in solitary confinement?
That's true, man. That's true. Even hardcore criminals don't want to be alone.
You can't stand it. Like, think about it. You're 23 hours a day alone to yourself. And you're a hardcore criminal, and that shit still breaks you. What do you think it'll do to somebody that's a law-abiding citizen and has never done any of that shit, At least with a criminal, it's like, hey, bro, you did some crazy shit. You're a murderer or whatever the fuck, and that shit still broke you? Now imagine just a level-headed person that's never had fucking murderous urges or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
How do you think they'll handle that? Like, I don't know if you were aware of it, but I read that supposedly the suicide rate went up during the lockdowns.
Sadly, I heard the same thing.
And I don't know if it's true. If people could pull out numbers, see if it's true. Like, I heard the suicide rate went up. Like, there was this video I saw on Facebook when the shutdowns started, and it was sad, dude, because like the video started, he goes, "Oh, my 14-year-old son died of COVID," but then he elaborates. He goes, "He died because of the COVID shutdowns." So it turns out that he was basically, they shut down the schools. He was home alone to himself. He wasn't allowed to see his friends. He wasn't allowed to go play outside with his friends because of COVID, obviously. And he wasn't able to talk to his friends from school. That it was only through basically that whole Zoom shit, you know? And the kid sadly ended up committing suicide. And it's like, it's sad, you know, because the dude, like, the dad's talking about it. He goes, if I would have known, you know, if I would have known that my son was lonely, was feeling lonely, and that the shutdowns and the social isolation were actually killing him, you know, I would have done something. And people forget that. Like, it goes a long way, dude, to be able to socialize with people. Like, people could take loneliness only so long. Like, a lot of people like to say, "Oh, bro, I'm a solitary dude. I like being by myself." No, you don't, fool, because what do you do for sex? You go pay for it, right? You still socialize. Even if it's sexually, bro, you're socializing with somebody. You're interacting with somebody. Even if it's for business, even if it's for like, "Hey, I'm giving you $20, you're going to suck me up, right?" Yeah, all right. That, you're still socializing. You're still having that physical touch when you pass the money to the person, when you whip your shit out and, you know, she goes to town. You're still socializing, like, to some extent.
I thought you were gonna say gobbles up.
No, gobbles up gives you the guac 7000 with what was it with the
I don't know.
with the slippery twister 5000 with the drool dripping down to the balls and your toes curling like claws. But
That's what Butters is doing right now.
I wish.
But yeah, man,
I'm hoping he's playing his PlayStation with his toes right now.
But yeah, these lockdowns were definitely hard times for the world, really.
A lot of people.
And I feel like we're slowly gonna see the economic fallout.
Yeah, definitely.
You know,
Definitely.
prices going up when you go to the grocery store. That's just those
Dude,
are just
shit?
yeah, I've seen it. I've fucking been there, man.
Bro, even fucking like my fucking dad's van broke down, and the parts we get for it, like it was the spark plugs, the rotor cap, and the distributor cap, dude, usually would go for like $60-$70. This would spend like almost like $120-$140, bro. I was like,
Yep. And I've been hearing this is just the early symptoms of something, you know, worse.
do you think it's COVID related, or do you think it's like leadership from the president that's fucking it up? I hear it's both, and then I hear it's the president. I don't really know.
I think it's a mixture of both, because early on, some people did say, "Fuck that, I'm not going to work. There's a virus out there."
We gonna die.
I know a few people that really like just stopped going to work.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah, I think we all know somebody that, you know, because early on you didn't know what the fuck to make of it, man. I remember that, dude. I just remember the first time I knew something was serious was when they shut down the NBA.
That's when you were like,
That's when I said, when the fuck have they ever done this, bro?
Nah,
When the
never.
hell have they ever done this, you know? You swear you're going to convince fucking owners and people like heads of the NBA to lose money.
True.
So it had to be something. It was more of the unknown. Like, we don't know what the fuck this is.
That's true.
So I remember when they shut down the NBA, sums up. But I think it's, to answer your question, I think it's a mixture of both, because a lot of people, I feel, refuse to go to work, and then whatever issues, even though small, that created in the overall supply chain. You know, all it takes is one fucking general manager of like a shipping dock to say, "I'm not coming into work."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Dude, no one else has his knowledge. No one else. I mean, we can work around it, but this guy knows. This guy has the most experience. He's been there. He's been here for fucking 30, 40 years. You know."
That's true.
You know.
Well, now that you mentioned the whole shipping dock thing, I hear that prices are going up also because of California's bullshit ass mandates and all the containers just being stuck at the docks.
Yeah, that's what I feel is another reason. It is for like,
For government, right?
yeah, on one hand, it was personal choice on people's end. So, hey, dude, I'm going to hang out at home, get unemployment. I'm not getting sick. And it's also a big mixture of mandates, policies.
Yeah, because I heard that the reason why prices were going up is because everything was just stuck at the docks and they don't get unloaded because a lot of drivers are being asked for proof of vaccinations. A lot of foods are saying like, nah, fuck that, I'm not doing it. So a lot of foods are not going to the docks to go pick up just because they don't agree with the mandates, and some foods are getting fired from the docks because of that. Dude, you know they actually started unloading now the containers in Texas and Florida
Yeah, I heard.
because they're not giving a fuck. They're like, hey, bro, bring them. That supposedly DeSantis said, hey, bring all the containers you can. He goes, we got plenty of people here that are willing to work.
Yeah.
And Texas is doing the same shit. Like, makes you look bad.
It makes you look horrible.
Horrible. Where you're like, oh, bro, you're telling me, bro, the biggest port in the country. I think they're bigger than New York, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
I think.
I would believe it, honestly.
I said, if I'm not mistaken. But I know, because I know that shit works like a motherfucker. You're the biggest port, or the second biggest port in the country, bro. And you can't get shit moving because of your bullshit governor policies? Really? So you're basically hurting the consumers because you're making these foods fucking bring out stupid ass mandates when you could just say, hey, get this shit moving, you know? Get it moving. Get it the fuck out. Once everything is out, then we'll worry about mandates. But for now, we got to get this product out. Because, dude, I hear that a lot of the product that's in there food is for some of it, it's like agricultural food and it's fucking spoiling in there.
Oh, hell yeah. So much shit is spoiling, bro.
It's like that's why the prices are also increasing, because they're losing money.
Yeah. Yeah, man, we're going to be seeing a lot of unintended consequences, or maybe some intended consequences.
Yeah.
Horrible, bro. But I got to go. So I would say I feel like that's a good place to end it. I just have to end it.
No, we do have to end it because I do have to fucking take a shit.
Okay. Let us know what you guys think about some of the things that we covered. You know, whether it's the metaverse, Kaepernick, de Blasio fucking, we didn't talk about that, but he wants to fucking have heroin locations where people shoot up. That's the future of New York City, guys.
Oh, God. I can't wait till they kick that idiot out.
Let us know what you guys think about temp agencies. Are they awesome? Do you guys love it? Do you feel it's demoralizing to just be in that fucking loop? It's probably their fault, though. What do you guys think about the super cold that's going around? Is it because of the shutdowns?
We didn't mention the super cold.
That's kind of what I was alluding to when I told you. What do you think happens when you shut down?
Oh, we fucked up.
Yeah, but I didn't get to it because I gotta go.
We didn't get to it. Hey, if you guys have been catfished and you guys are tired of filters, let us know, because we want to get in contact with a law firm who will take these cases. And if you're tired of catfishes as much as I am, let us know in the comment section too.
Yep.
But we hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And yeah, thank you for tuning in, people. We'll see you guys in the next one.
Peace.
Peace.